Unmute.
Did any
Unmute.
of you see Eternals?
No, well, I didn't.
I didn't either.
I
It-
did.
It's gonna
I
be
did.
on. It's gonna be on Disney Plus. Well, I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on Disney Plus on the 12th. Anyway, and we are live. Welcome to Ranking the MCU. This is what
It's good to be back.
it is. A lot of Marvel shit came out, and we're here to review half of it, and the other half we're gonna review in like 2.5 weeks.
Yep.
So,
In a whole new year.
yes.
Yeah.
In the future.
In the year 2022. Ah.
Oh, Lord.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good, I
Yeah.
guess.
Pretty excellent myself.
You're
Oh,
one
God.
at least one Marvel show and one movie later.
Yes. And well, there's been 2 movies to come out and 2 shows, but
I mean, yes, but have we seen it?
no, 2 of us are missing Eternals. One of us is missing Hawkeye, I believe. So yeah, we need to. We're still getting caught up on those.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here to talk about Spider-Man. We want pictures of Spider-Man.
Time to shit on Spider-Man.
Okay, Jameson, calm down. Shit.
I'll do that
Spider-Man's
cosplay.
making the frogs gay. What?
What?
I'll do a picture of Jonah, not the one from this movie, but old Jonah.
No.
I'll do a cosplay of old Jonah.
I didn't mind his new look.
Eh,
No, not at all.
it was okay.
Eh.
Most of the new costumes they really nailed, but any publicity is good publicity.
Well, that's the thing. No, J. Jonah Jameson's
Yeah.
I don't know. I always like the idea of Jonah Jameson really actually disliking Spider-Man, whereas this is very much like business. Business is business. Whatever.
I really liked him in the game, where he's like he dislikes Spider-Man, but when Spider-Man did something good at the end, he's like, a broken clock is often right twice a day, and this was one of those times. I can only assume Spider-Man heard my show and did the right thing.
I think the best J. Jonah Jameson moment, I think, without question, is when the Green Goblin grabs him in the first Sam Raimi movie, and he covers for
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it comes in the mail.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so, also, if you guys haven't yet, go play Spider-Man PS5/PS4 and Miles Morales. Those are still my favorite Spider-Man stories, especially
good.
the PS4. They're fucking incredible. I mean, like, I bought a PS5 just for Miles Morales, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Definitely one of the first games I'm going to when I get a PS5. The Spider-Man games are great.
yeah, no. So,
I think it's on PS4 if you have one of those, Aaron.
I do. I just don't want to. I feel like a game like that, like, I really want to get a PS5
the
for
PS5
it,
has all the ray tracing and fancy loading shit, where, like, instead of having a load screen, it just automatically transitions to the open world.
No, I'm all for that. I'm with you. I would just, in case Aaron didn't know and he thought he was being deprived, I was like,
No, and I also still haven't finished the PS4 Spider-Man game, so really I should be
really?
working
Yeah,
on
you
that.
should get that 2-pack so you can get them both in 4K back to back. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, I think I already own PS4 Spider-Man. I think I have that.
Well,
So,
Double pack.
Miles Morales is, if you get the full version, that's $70. It comes with remastered.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So yeah, and all the DLC from remastered also. So,
Right.
Anyway, we're gonna get to John Madden on Sunday because that's a news story.
All love to John Madden.
Yes.
All right.
So yes. That's all right. I will always remember playing Madden 06 and hearing, if you make it in the end zone, you will score a touchdown. And I'm like, thank you, John Madden. So,
John Madden plays in my head every time someone throws a yard when they're down, like it's like 3rd and 8. It's like You're supposed to get the first down.
Nope.
Third down, you're supposed to get the first down.
Yep.
And it's amazing how many NFL quarterbacks don't get this.
He was iconic. He was huge, and he was a Hall of Fame. He was not only the video game, but he was a Hall of Fame broadcaster and coach. But
And a little known fact was also the true identity of Spider-Man. Not a lot of people knew that.
Yes. So, we're obviously we'll have a lot of love here for Spider-Man. I'd eventually love to review all the Spider-Man movies with you people,
Ooh.
Yes.
but
Yes,
Damn, that would be.
well, maybe not
That
the
would be
amazing
exciting.
movies. I can check out for those.
No, come on.
I have
We
not-
have to include those.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
After this movie,
do.
especially,
like
we
them.
have to.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
I need to talk about some revisionist history with those amazing movies these past 2 weeks. We'll get to that though.
I mean, they're alternate, but yeah.
Yeah. So, funny. So, hey, we're here to review No Way Home and What If, but mainly No Way Home.
Do you want
So
to start with What If, or do you want to go straight into No Way Home?
let's get to the main course, and What If can
Yeah.
be. I think the What If discussion is gonna be short.
You're right.
So
It's gonna be dessert, basically.
as
Yep.
always, how did everyone feel? Let's talk about the good stuff first. Do we like it? I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Holy shit. That movie was good.
Parker, okay, Parker, look, man. We're gonna get to the ranking part in a bit. All right, like,
Hold your
Yeah.
horses
Hold-
for like 2 seconds, all right?
Yep.
all right. Is it a top 10 movie to me? Yes. Where on the top 10 we'll get to.
We'll get there.
So
I'm gonna have some opinions about where it should be on the list.
I have
Mm.
some opinions that are gonna make somebody on the internet mad. Like, I'm sure,
I mean, yeah.
as I do almost
I'm
every
already
week.
starting to get concerned, Bronson. So
I
Um,
haven't really looked at the
Third.
list yet and considered its placement, so this will be improv. This will be jazz placement.
I'm
just-
looking at our ranking list though real quick, and I love that Thorty's at the bottom where it belongs. But every time I look at this list, I'm like, how the fuck is Guardians 2 like 7?
Oh,
because
just
Six.
keep pushing. Just keep pushing. You
Six.
get stuff and then you keep pushing.
just
I've
look,
had to give up things.
6.
I had to settle for that at 7. That would have been like 2 if I had my way. So, you know,
I meant like on your behalf though, because I mean you really ride or die for that movie.
yeah. So I care about the villain in No Way Home. Couldn't give two shits about the disposable arms in Infinity War. No, yeah. Okay. Well, once again, we'll get to it. So, yeah. I thought the pacing was great. I thought they had a good idea for a story. All of the actors just fucking kill it. They kill it super hard.
We can spoil this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Spoiler alert: Tobey Maguire is in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's it's generally very well paced. I have a couple of nitpicks, but we'll get to that on the cons. Like it's overall I very much enjoyed it. Like I came out of the theater like thinking, yes, this is. I'm not sure if it's my favorite Spider-Man, but it's definitely up there.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Normally,
question.
I don't love 2.5 hours of fan service, but this movie, that's what I was sort of going in looking for. So
Oh yeah,
it
it's just
was
like
right.
Endgame. Like Endgame, you're expecting 3 hours of fan service, and that's what you got.
Right.
Pretty
right,
much,
right.
yeah.
So,
Anyone
so
have any complaints or criticism about the movie?
I do, but I'm not sure if I'm the only one. It seems like I'm the only one here who does.
No, I have a small. I want to hear what you guys have to say because I have a couple of small, just minor complaints, nothing major.
I was wondering if we were going to do what we usually do. Of course, we can't really quite do it with this movie. Is go from beginning to end what happens in the movie.
Yeah, like so Peter at the end of Not Far From Home
Mhm.
gets cited as Spider-Man. It fucks up his life. He goes to Doctor Strange to get it unfucked, and it causes like a tear in the multiverse because Peter caused him to script the spell, and he has to go round up all these villains who have come in from other universes that want to kill Spider-Man. And it's Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, uh, Goblin from Spider-Man 1, Sandman from Spider-Man 3, which that one made no fucking sense, but I'll get to that.
Okay.
Electro and Lizard.
Lizard.
Yeah. And then he gets his ass handed to him by one of them super hard after catching them all. And then
Mm-hmm.
he has to, his friends summon in the two other Spider-Men, and they all beat them and win. Obviously. Obviously, glad Hobgoblin wasn't in it. That also wouldn't have made sense. The only one of those that would have made sense would have been fucking Topher Grace's Venom. If you're picking someone from the third movie, because
Mm.
in the third movie, Sandman shit got resolved, and so did Harry's.
Yeah.
Like that's actually one of my big complaints in this film, is Sandman. His motivations make no fucking sense at all, because okay, his only goal is to get home to his daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Peter is trying to do that when him and all the villains are in the lab. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Goblin has his little speech. Norman's on sabbatical.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yes, Willem Dafoe killed it in this movie. It's probably my second favorite MCU villain at this point.
It's really funny,
Uh,
considering what was leaked about this movie, that it looks like it was a lot of Doc Ock, like emphasizing Doc Ock, the old Doc Ock, coming in.
Hmm.
And then like here's Green Goblin just kind of hanging out way in the background of this poster, like, oh yeah, no, Green Goblin's in it. And then, oh no, this is like the main guy. This is
yeah,
wow.
Goblin totally stole this fucking movie. Like,
Holy hell.
like I said, after Thanos, it's probably my favorite MCU villain. And so uh, anyway, what I was saying though is, so he wants to get back to his daughter and go back to his own universe. So why would he go with the Goblin? Because the Goblin, like, his whole thing is just like, anarchy rule this universe now that I'm in. I don't want to go back and die because Sandman didn't die in that movie or universe. And like, and then at the end fight when he sees Toby, he should have been like, "Oh, okay, cool. So you guys are trying to send me home." Like Sandman makes no fucking sense at all. Like
Yeah, he does
fucking
feel a little out of place, mainly because, like you said, he was pretty much had his issues resolved in the prior films,
yeah,
Spider-Man
and
3.
so did the Lizard, and the Lizard, like, uh, in my opinion, justifiably gets like no real time in this movie, other than to
Hmm.
Yeah,
be,
you don't even really see the actor's face. You see a side profile for mere seconds.
yeah, like just, yeah, like those two. Like I understand Doc Ock's motivation, though they kind of mess up. Like it kind of spoils Spider-Man, the end of Spider-Man 2 for me a little bit, because at the end of Spider-Man 2, he fucking beats the chip. He's like, "No, you fucking listen to me now," and he
Yeah.
dies a hero. Versus
Yep.
in this, new Spider-Man's just like, "No, new chip. Okay, you're good now."
Isn't it? But these aren't these all alternate universe versions?
The way I understood it is they're all from the old movies.
But didn't
And it,
didn't like Electro have like a different look,
He
and that
did,
was
and he
pointed at?
mentions that. I like how I look in this universe and how I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah, like he's and like they mentioned that, and like they mentioned how he looked different in this. Uh,
Doc
so
Ock looked a little different to me. I don't know. I don't know.
Doc Ock and Goblin totally have their same costumes. Like if you
Yeah.
can look at them one to one. To be fair, I did watch both.
To be fair, I haven't watched Spider-Man 2 in like over a decade.
Yeah, I watched
Um,
both those movies leading up to like this.
I didn't
Hmm.
watch 3, but I watched 1 and 2 like very recently.
Yeah, I watched one and two. I didn't get to three yet, unfortunately.
Is there a way to make Sandman work at all in this movie? Because it seems like it was just a way to call back to each one of the movies, and clearly they have a plan for Venom, so they didn't want to.
They could have just done the same thing with Venom, like, oh, fucking Eddie Brock's a small piece of him got left here, like the
I would have
Topher
rather
Grace one.
seen Topher Grace in the movie than excuse me, Sandman.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because everyone really hated Topher Grace as Venom.
I mean,
Yeah.
that scene with Venom in this movie is very short and very funny. It's just
Yeah,
like
Yes.
it's super fucking funny. Like it's just like, okay, so tell me about this purple alien and he loves stones. You
Mm-hmm.
know, aliens don't love stones. You know what they love? Eating brains. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking it's just like, oh, and then one of my favorite lines. So his name was a big green man, monster. And his name was Hulk, and you said Lethal Protector was a shit name, because it is.
Uh-huh.
Like Venom's moment in this was fucking short and beautiful.
Yep.
I really liked that. But yeah, like you couldn't have made Sandman work, and it literally did just feel like a cheap way to pull a villain from like bring in a villain from the third movie, and like everyone was mad at Topher Grace, so like for doing nothing wrong, he acted like Eddie Brock. You
No,
He
know?
did what he could with what he
he's a
had.
good actor, dude. I've seen him in other stuff. He's got some chops.
Yeah, like it's just like people didn't like him as Eddie Brock because he was coming off of that '70s show, I guess. You
Parker
know,
feels it changed the stakes.
what
What
Sandman
they put
being
in Sandman.
like a bad guy, like well, yeah, it adds another threat, but I felt that Goblin was I felt like even like you could drop Sandman and Lizard from this movie entirely and give more time to the other villains. Having two characters not slated to die upon return to the universe added to the dilemma. Right, like I don't think that adds to the dilemma. That like they have no consequence then, because it's like, oh yeah, they just have to return. They're good. We press this button, they go back to what they were doing. Also,
Hmm.
yeah, like Lizard didn't die either. And the three that die are the three. Yeah, like Sandman wanted to go home. And like, but they were going to send him home anyway. You know?
This is a classic Knuckles the Echidna situation. There's just a character who's like, someone's trying to double cross me. I'll kill them.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
whoops. Well,
Whoops. Yeah, like so.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
bye.
yeah. Like he has like really nice moment with Toby, but like you know, it is what it is. So
I
yeah, that
never
that
thought about any of that.
yeah, and then they chose the two correct villains if they were going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel the only villains that really get a lot of focus are Green Goblin and Doc Ock with a hint of Electro. Which, once again, if you're going to choose, those were the right choices, especially
Right.
given the actors.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, because of the clip it moves at, like, I think this movie could have benefited from being another 30 minutes longer and given more time to everyone that wasn't the fucking Green Goblin. Which once again, he was amazing. Holy shit, he was great in this. And I'm nitpicking a movie. I'm gonna give a 5 out of 5. Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like those were like some minor problems I had with it. You know, like yeah. So
I felt like Electro had a little more screen time than Doc Ock. Maybe with the exception of at the very beginning when he
yeah,
doesn't
like
know that
Doc Ock had
Peter's
like
not his Peter.
Doc Ock
Yeah.
had the big intro. And but like other than that, Electro did probably get a little more time and focus
He
because
had a
they
lot
saw
of lines anyway.
yeah like Doc Ock's moments were a lot more poignant.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Right, none of them will die now, but that still wouldn't change Sandman's motivation. If anything, he would have wanted to side with fucking Spider-Man. you know? It would have been a bit odd if the spell only pulled those guys, though. The fact that they added useless players added this, it makes it right. but like it it pulls in useless players whose only motivation is to go back home. So their whole fucking thing is they should want to work with fucking Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Oh.
I literally watched The Amazing Spider-Man once, so I can't speak to the Lizard really, but
Did
it
you
would have
not
made
like it?
sense. I did not. If we're going to talk about Amazing Spider-Man real quick, I was put off specifically by the fact that they made Peter Parker this skateboarding kid breaking into the lab to do whatever, and that's how he got bit
It,
by the spider.
it's to this day the only movie I've almost ever walked out of. That movie is
I
a
really
torrid
like.
piece of shit.
I really like both of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I'm not saying
Sure.
that they're
Okay, Parker.
good, but I like them.
Okay,
Sure.
Parker. Yes, Sandman wanted to go back home, but the fastest route home is to work with fucking Spider-Man. It's not to go do fuck off with the Green Goblin.
Guys, I think the only way to settle this is for us to all go to the theater and watch No Way Home again. I'm sorry to say.
I do
Yes,
wanna
but
watch it again.
yes,
Shoot.
but if the fight scene doesn't make fucking sense, and yes, I want to see this movie again. Fuck. Yeah, but like yes, I
What
immediately
if Spider-Man and Aunt May fought? Conflict.
yeah, like yes.
Wait. What? Did she say?
I've seen
Did
it
you say
five
Spider-Man and Aunt May fucked?
fought. No.
Oh,
No.
I was like,
Oh.
you're
No.
talking about like different universe Spider-Man, like Andrew.
That's after the
Garfield?
podcast. We'll talk later.
He has some interesting videos to send us.
I'll show you this conspiracy website I found.
I've seen it 5 times already. I want to keep watching it. Yeah, no.
Damn, Iron Rose.
Immediately the next day, I looked up when the 4K Blu-ray was coming out. It's probably March.
Not soon enough, god damn it.
Yeah, his motivations didn't make a lot of sense. Neither did the parking enterprise and an ocean. Both were still. For fuck's sake. Okay, but that's not like
Fine, this is a moot point. Like,
just okay,
drop it
whatever.
for now.
You know, and like, yeah. So there's that. Daredevil's in it. That was cool.
Daredevil's
Holy
just
shit,
in it.
dude. That part was sick.
I'm a really
I'm a
good
really
lawyer.
good lawyer.
Also,
Oh
if
my
you watch
God.
that scene, you notice that like him and Peter reacted at literally the same time. So
Mhm.
implying he has just faster reflexes as Spider-Man.
Yes,
Where'd
yes,
y'all
yes.
rank on the list? Because if it's not top 3, I'm gonna be super sad. We
We're
don't
getting
know
there.
yet. We're getting there. We're reviewing
God
it. We're
damn,
talking
you
about
guys.
it.
You're acting
Fuck.
like you haven't seen this show before.
Jesus. We've only done this show for a fucking year.
I wanna throw this out though. I mean, if you had told me when we started this thing that we were gonna be reviewing a movie with Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey on the same movie, I would have said, "Stop lying to me, please." Don't
Yeah,
make me
yeah. I like the entire time they were doing the press circuit. I'm like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Sure.
I'll believe it when I'm screaming in the theater along with everyone else because holy shit.
Yeah, our crowd got rowdy too.
Oh yeah. No, it was great though.
Our crowd was mildly reserved. Like Andrew Garfield and Toby coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, my
no.
crowd
That got
went off
some
even at
applause.
Yeah.
Daredevil or Charlie
We
Cox.
got a couple
There
of
was some gas at Daredevil.
we got a
I
couple
was excited for that shit.
we got a
okay?
couple small woos for Daredevil. A big fucking applause for Molina and Defoe and
Yep.
Toby, and then like a mild applause for Andrew.
Ooh.
I
Andrew
mean,
and Toby, I think we got roughly the same amounts. I think Toby
My
may have
boy
gotten
Andrew
a little more.
Garfield keeps just getting
Yeah.
treated.
it's because it's look. So I might as well have addressed the revisionist history that's been going on because of this
Fine.
fucking movie. Andrew Garfield is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
When you give him good material, like this movie, generally, and you give him good directors, like Watts, he will put in a performance like this. When you give him the script of The Amazing Spider-Man, no matter how good of an actor he is, it's going to be shit. And those 2 movies are shit. They're a big pile of rancid shit. The second one is a little better. I didn't want to walk out.
What? 2 is better than 1?
Yes, the second, like
Fun.
the second one, I can at least recognize as the commercial for Sony product that it is. You know,
Mhm.
I like both
amazing.
those movies.
Amazing
Okay.
One was a trash movie, and I'm going to hold to that forever. I think Andrew's a great actor. I'm actually mad he got fucking. One was decent as an origin movie. No, it wasn't. No, just the best line in the movie was great. Must also come. Yeah, Aunt May fucking nailed it, which Andrew Garfield never had in his pair of movies.
Yeah.
Which
Not really, anyway.
you know,
If
and
My
you
it's,
favorite
guys
part.
actually do like Andrew Garfield, you should watch Hacksaw Ridge because that movie fucking rocks.
that movie is awesome.
Mm.
The movie's great.
Oh, that movie is a good one.
So yeah, like, oh my god, like when this goes on the YouTube, I'm sure people are gonna be happy about that opinion.
Eh,
So sorry, but Toby telling Garfield he was amazing was a fourth wall break to tell the audience to.
That was
Tick Tick
really
Boom was
funny.
pretty good, also. Yes, and
Yes, Tick
yeah,
Tick
yeah,
Boom.
like
So good.
appreciate Andrew Garfield as an actor and a person, a guy who loves being Spider-Man. And he kills it in this movie. Like he does a great job in this movie.
yeah.
Like when you give him good shit to work with, he is excellent. You know, but like
Does it?
Sony was
Mm,
not trying to make art with those two movies. They were trying to keep their Spider-Man license.
But does it make you want a new Amazing Spider-Man movie?
If it is produced by Kevin Feige and made by the Disney MCU people, yes. If it is made by the Venom people, fuck no.
Well, rumors are Zendaya is pregnant and having Tom Holland's baby, and they're stepping away from acting to make a family or whatever. So maybe we will get.
I've also heard about a possible Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4, where they finally get to
I've
do
heard
that
that
with
same rumor.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's coming from the site that leaked the first bits of No Way Home happening, the three Spider-Man.
I think specifically they said it'd be animated because Toby looks older now.
Nah, dude, just do older Spider-Man. Do Peter B. Parker.
No, that's what I
Yeah.
want. But the
Oh.
rumor I heard was the same one, but that it was going to be animated, still done by Raimi.
I mean, I would still be into that.
Oh yeah, me too, me too.
But like, yeah, like Peter B. Parker, that'd be fine. One scene I did love in this, speaking of an older Spider-Man, because you can tell Toby is the older, wiser Spider-Man in
Mhm.
this,
Mhm.
is when he catches the Green Goblin's glider. Because
That was awesome.
Because he was the one who went to, a fucking dark place, fucking putting Sandman's head in that fucking train and grinding it off. And,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
and blowing up Harry's face and fucking, all kinds of shit.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want me to throw out other. Let's see, I've learned throughout the years, thanks to Marvel, never believe anything you're told in the media about entertainment.
Correct.
Absolutely accurate.
Toby and Andrew did play off each other quite well. I mean, they are both very accomplished actors. That makes sense. Um, so anyway, yeah, that scene where Toby stops the glider because he
Mhm.
knows, like, dude, don't, like, just don't,
Yep.
like that was fucking beautiful. I brought this up in our Discord. How are you, dear boy? You've all grown up with Doc Ock.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Just
Yeah, just when
beautiful.
he was like, Peter, how are you? Like, oh my gosh, that
Just
was.
Yeah, and then he says the line he said during Spider-Man 2, trying to do better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like just
Trying to do better.
so good.
So
Um,
beautiful.
Of course, there was the good fan service part of. I didn't expect them to go into it as hard as they did, and I'm happy that they did. But all the times they just have the Peters talking to each other. It's like, so wait, that just comes out of you? I have to make
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
and like they
That
have
was
a bunch of
great.
conversations like that. It's like, wow, okay, yeah, yes,
Oh my god. That was hilarious as shit. Okay.
yeah,
Like that whole conversation was just so good.
fun.
Yeah, their whole bromance thing was really
Yeah,
enjoyable.
yes, it was great. Just like it's like I don't want to brag, but I'm part of the Avengers. Oh, that's great. What's that?
Yeah.
Are
I
you in
don't
a
know what you're
band?
talking
Are you in a band?
about. You're in a band. That's right. Yeah.
That line, can Spider-Man come out to play?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, just dude, that scene in the fucking apartment complex when he's just getting punched in the face and laughing. Oh,
Mm.
dude, I want them to bring back that goblin somehow to another movie. Like Willem
This is so
Dafoe,
seriously
good.
though.
I know you're old, man, but please come back more. I need more
Yeah.
of this goblin.
I was reading an article earlier today that like the actors on set were so like scared of Willem Dafoe because he could just like really fluidly go back and forth between like being his normal charming self, and then he just like hop into the goblin, side of him and do the voice and everything, and it was really freaking everyone out.
I would say outside of Melina and maybe Cumberbatch, he's the most accomplished actor in this movie.
Mm.
So that would make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
They use nostalgia and packing a wholesome movie with a ton of good messages and text some hard shit. I really appreciated that talking about loss didn't turn into Niagara Falls. Yes, that was nice. I enjoyed that line with Daredevil. It's like, well, there is also the court of public opinion. Um,
Oh yeah.
um, so yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that part was great. I liked the Spider-Man Strange fight. That was really
Yes, that
good.
was good.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh.
Um, I like that scene where it's like, whoa, how'd you do this? And he's like
Mhm.
out of his body and trying to swim to it.
They're like fighting each other, but they're still having a conversation like they usually would.
Yeah, like,
Right.
Spider-Man basically tricks his way out with
Yep.
the geometry. Um,
It almost felt like two brothers bickering that scene. Like they weren't really
yes.
mad at each other. It was just like whatever.
That's what superhero uncle and nephews do.
That scene just like, wait, you didn't contact the college?
Yo, that was the best. That was the
Look, he's a
best.
kid, man.
Dude, that means he should be 17 or 18 at that point.
Still, man.
Um,
Absolutely.
I also like the scene where the first thing you thought to do was have me brainwash the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
That was fantastic.
Yep.
That got me a lot excited for his movie next year.
Oh man.
I mean
I'm so
that and the
excited.
straight up trailer at the end.
Yeah, I like how they didn't do a scene like they normally do. They just did a fucking full
a
dark
trailer.
trailer. They
Yeah.
haven't done that since Avengers.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
I mean,
noticed
it's
that
pretty
too.
big implications. They
Yeah.
really tied it up. I thought it was going to explode more.
Yeah,
It really
like
ended up being more of a tease.
though they did hint at Craven a little bit at the end. For those of you, so you know that we saw those silhouettes with the people coming in from other multiverses.
Yeah.
We also saw Rhino in one of the silhouettes.
Yeah, well, I didn't notice that one. I did notice Craven. I also liked how when talking to Doc Ock and when Sandman turns back to normal, they play Toby's music from his movies.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
I caught that. I like geeked out to Ray next to me. I was like, "Did you fucking hear that?"
Dude.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Now that we know that Ned is magic, do we think he's gonna work with Strange in the future?
Craven, Scorpion, and Rhino were the ones easily spotted. Well, Scorpion we
Yeah.
already know exists in this universe, because he was in Homecoming, as does Miles Morales and the Panther. You can tell they're eventually preparing for Miles, just a matter of when.
Oh
Miles.
yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, I do wish all the villains got a little more time. You know. What else? Is there anything people really want to bring up?
So if no one else has anything, I wanted to talk about the end of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be good. That'd be awesome.
I think if you've seen previous episodes, I'm not very high on the Spider-Man movies. And I could never quite put my finger on it because I've always been a Spider-Man person. The one thing I could point out is that it's set in high school, and I hate high school movies. And here's all these high school kids running around talking with each other. I'm like, oh, God. But I think this movie helped me realize, like, it's also because it was this Spider-Man that was being helped out by Tony Stark, this Spider-Man that was getting all this tech stuff and getting his tech armor. And it was just this completely different thing in a way. It was just like, ugh.
Iron
And
Boy.
right. And at the end, where they have to wipe everyone's memory, he loses everything. He goes into his crappy New York apartment with his GED study guide.
I
Or
almost thought
whatever.
at the apartment it was going to be the Rent guy from Spider-Man 2.
Some people
That
were
would've been
hoping that was
funny.
that was going to be the
That would
guy.
have been awesome.
And then you see him sewing his own outfits now, and it's the classic ass Spider-Man outfit, and he's swinging around. It's like, oh, here's the Spider-Man I know. Oh my God, it took 3 movies, but we're here. Holy hell.
I really like that as well. I look forward to future ones with that and him teaming up with the Avengers somehow. I like to believe
Yeah.
that Doctor Strange didn't wipe his own memory of him.
Right.
But
No, he keeps it a secret, right?
yeah, he's just like, I'm not telling the fucking kid until we really need him.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a real key moment in Endgame 2.
Yeah, where
You
he's just
know.
like, okay, I know you're Peter Parker. Well, because
Yeah, I
like
kind of. Oh, sorry.
I always felt like the MCU Spider-Man always felt like it didn't feel like Spider-Man except in the team-ups.
Interesting. Sure.
Um,
Yep.
So-
So I'm super stoked about the direction of Spider-Man going forward.
Yeah, I'm with you because it's like the other Spider-Mans had to make their own suit, and like Tony kind of just gave Peter his suit, and he's kind of had a lot of things easy, this MCU Spider-Man, compared to the other ones, in my opinion.
And there were some interesting lessons. There was some good stuff that was talked about in those films about what responsibility is without actually directly stating the line.
Right.
But they dropped it in this one.
They drove it home this time.
Yeah, I loved how they did the fake out with Aunt May. Like, no, she's fine. She's fine. Oh wait, no, she's not.
Oh no, she's not.
I really like that. Like, it just made it hit that much harder. Like,
I did feel like she kind of died for no reason. That was a small complaint I had.
No. I mean, she would have had her memory.
There. She just happened to be there. You know what I mean?
I mean, but she also helped out in that sequence, or tried to. And like her philosophy, when you help somebody, you help everybody.
Right. Yeah.
They actually pulled some stuff from the game for this. May
Really?
said the forbidden.
Yeah.
Some of the combat and the fact that Aunt May runs Feast. That's both from the game.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
And
yes.
some of the costumes.
Yeah. I also loved Happy in the CPAP machine. That was funny.
Oh,
I bet you found that interesting.
He was wearing it wrong, but still.
Of course.
Of course he was. Of course he was.
This movie loses a star.
Ooh.
Improper. They get improper use of CPAP machine, -1 star.
Oh man.
How do you guys feel about the way they kind of used, a sort of magic to kind of try to be the resolution for everything, like the spell?
I
kind
mean,
of leaving more questions than answers.
It makes sense because Doctor Strange was the one who, did everything, and they're trying to set up multiverse stuff. So, I get it.
But do you not have a lot of questions about like all this stuff?
No, it seems pretty straightforward.
I assume the questions you're referring to will be answered in future movies.
Sure.
Yes.
I just felt it was a little similar to like Infinity War, like they used to time travel to fix everything right, but then you're left with all these, specific questions. I kind of had a similar feeling leaving the movie this time.
Well,
with
like what questions are you thinking of?
Like, does Mr. Strange know because he was a spellcaster?
Well, he
Um,
said
and
he said in the movie that like nice knowing you, Peter or
But
Spider-Man.
it could be a ruse, like we talked
yeah,
about.
well,
I think that'll be a
I don't know
future
if I
movie
believe him
thing.
for sure. Or
Yeah.
like when they say, "Oh, everyone's gonna forget that Peter Parker existed," does that apply to the other Peter Parkers? Will they remember him? Like,
See,
and then they kind of made it
yeah.
seem like Zendaya might be able to remember him, but then he decides to like leave her alone because they're happy, etc.
Also, it puts
Is
them in.
Ned gonna be a magician? You know, that's another question.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of questions. That's all.
I think future movies will address them.
All right.
Only magic can destroy magic. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Wanda's gonna fuck up the whole multiverse soon.
Ugh.
So, it's gonna be. It is the multiverse of madness for a reason. You know. So we actually turned this into a posse thing with my group, and now we basically just have a tradition where we're gonna go to sushi and then go see Marvel.
Nice.
So,
I had some sushi with my friends before my second viewing of Endgame, and that was
hello?
Hello?
You cut out, man. We can't hear you.
oh, I said I had some sushi before my second viewing of Endgame with some friends, and that was fun.
Yeah, we did the 10:40 at night showing.
Oh
Oof.
wow,
And it was perfect. Almost no one was in the rows in front of us. No one was sitting next to us. It was beautiful. So
Nice.
too perfect. The only thing
that
I
sounds
honest
good to
the,
me.
the only thing I can complain about is the line for like stuff for popcorn and stuff was a little long. That's about it.
That's why you
Okay.
got to get on the AMC A list, man. Priority line.
Ours is not an AMC theater, homie.
I know, I'm just
It
playing
is
around.
the
That's what we
Galaxy.
got here.
So with MJ, I hate using this, but it's a part of magic lore in every universe. Love is one of the strongest forms of magic, which means that she may not fully remember Peter, but she'll break through the spell because of her love. I mean, we'll see.
I could see the theory to that in that there was like this weird kind of energy between memory wiped MJ and Peter. Like they weren't able to make the connection, but there was something going on
right.
that was unsaid. So who knows?
Like Peter decides not to tell her. So, I like how this movie one starts off right where the last one left off, like literally immediately after.
Yep.
It's almost just like Infinity War and Endgame, where you need to watch these back to back.
Mm.
And then I would also say that I like the way it ended, where it gives you a satisfying conclusion, but it also leaves open a bunch of good possibilities for cool stuff. And I think
Yep.
Tom Holland is full of shit. He's gonna do Spider-Man all the way until he's 30. Well,
We'll see.
I like that I didn't need to watch the last one to enjoy this one. I think you would like that movie, actually. So, funnily enough, Mysterio kills it in that film.
I will
Jake
say
Gyllenhaal
Mysterio
is
killed
one of
it.
the greatest actors ever.
So, do we have anything else to say about this movie?
Spider-Man.
Does whatever a
Spider does.
Damn.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Do you think
Okay,
do you think they're gonna go to the Daily Bugle with papers, or are they gonna stick with the video route?
Oh, they're gonna totally stick with the Alex Jones things.
You would
Rent!
think, right?
Spider-Man does whatever. Rent.
I do have one final question that's a ranking question, but it doesn't work with our ranking, so that's why I'm able to ask it.
Mm.
So a lot of people I think regard Spider-Verse as like the best Spider movie ever made, not my opinion. And that's obviously not on our list because that's not MCU. Do you guys prefer Spider-Verse or this movie?
Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
Spider-Verse is better well put together for me. Like I could like
Sure.
This is not Spider-Verse 2. Spider-Verse 2 is coming out in October.
And that's actually just
Part one of Spider-Verse
right?
2 is coming out in October. Remember that.
Finally, a good movie comes out around my birthday. Holy shit.
I think Spider-Verse has the edge, and specifically because, like, as much as I enjoyed this movie, the writing and how it's done and everything, it's another Marvel movie, whereas Spider-Verse just feels like it has its own soul.
Also, I
A little more
feel
fresh. Yeah.
also
Mhm.
I feel that in this movie, like, to get the most out of this movie, you need 7 other movies at minimum, 8 if you include Venom. Actually, no, 9 if you include Venom and Venom 2 worth of fucking other movie. You
Mm.
know, like, I don't think like Spider-Verse, I can sit anyone in down in front of that movie and they can have a good time. You watch this movie, you at minimum, in my opinion, need to have watched Spider-Man 1 and 2. At minimum.
Hmm.
Like,
That is true.
cause it's just so much fan service.
Yeah.
It's like part of my problem with Endgame is like Endgame, to get the full Endgame experience, you need probably like 15 movies worth of backstory, you know, to get the most out of it, and that's partly because it's the end of a saga and a part two. It was supposed to be Infinity War Part Two, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yes, I enjoy Spider Verse more personally. Yeah, this is a fine movie. Like, it's good. It's very good. I like I said, what's everyone rate out of 5? I give it a 5.
I'll give it a 5. Yeah, this is an ambitious movie.
Yeah, they tried a lot of stuff.
They tried some stuff,
hmm
and they ended it right.
Iron Rose says 5. Okay. Emily and Derek, where you at?
5,
5.
without question.
You know, I'm kidding. It's totally a 5 for me.
Okay.
Man,
Okay,
I
I was
can't.
I
gonna
was
say,
excited.
motherfucker,
I
shit.
was I was I was really hoping for a 4, so I could be like, oh my god,
No.
this is
Gotta
gonna.
see these hands, baby.
I'm gonna
Gotta see these
like I was
hands.
about to say this is going in every Marvel. If you would have given this a 4, I'm like, this is going in every Marvel Reddit on next Tuesday.
Every.
Listen. Even if Toby was only in it for like 30 fucking seconds, I would have still given it a 5.
um,
Never
yes,
underestimate the power of Tobey Maguire.
I mean,
Wow.
fair.
he's
That's
a good
absolutely
actor.
fair.
I was ready for him to say 4, says Rose. So, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen now.
Pull it up.
This is our
Pull it up.
current
Let's
list.
go.
Hold on. Screen capture, window capture.
You having fun over there?
List. And list.
It's
List.
gonna be.
List.
Am I blind?
Alright,
There
so
we go. Look at
we
Oh,
have
there
to
it is.
cover one of you, and I'm gonna cover Derek.
that.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's our bottom right corner is cursed.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
You're getting Mike Wazowski'd.
Oh.
That's okay.
So, um,
Bronson, you can cut down on some of that room.
yes, I can. Hold on.
You can put that in the middle.
So, where are we all feeling about sticking this? Because I have some, like I said, I have some takes.
You have some takes and some
I have some
thoughts.
Had those hot takes.
Have some takes.
I have
Uh,
it right above Shang-Chi.
Ooh. Ooh. Man. Okay.
What do we have?
Does anyone else have any firm placements?
You guys know that card game? That really fun card game.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna have this conversation.
Yeah.
Called Uno.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not called Ocho? Uh, all right.
Uno sounds good.
All right. What about you? What about you guys?
Hmm. Oh, this is hard.
This is hard.
Mm-hmm. No.
Looking at this list, holy shit.
I really enjoyed Shang-Chi.
Oh, is he
Yeah, I
going
did too.
lower?
I mean, I did too.
Is
That's
he
why
gonna put it
Shang-Chi
lower?
is my number one.
I was most. I'm
Hmm?
I'm looking at this a little more. I think Bronson had it right. I think in between Shang-Chi and Guardians 2 is actually pretty fair.
Aaron just comes in right above Far From Home.
That would be
You
funny.
Oh,
put
no
it
way.
there. We're
No
gonna have a
way.
talk.
Also,
Okay.
Ant-Man is really high on this list. Wow.
It
I
is.
know that villain sucks, but man, Ant-Man
Very
is
high.
funny.
The rest of that movie is
Ant-Man was
great.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
it deserves that spot.
Aaron and I stand really hard for that movie when we did this.
Yeah.
It's so high though.
I know, stand with you
It's not
on
in the
that
top
one.
10 though. It's just outside it.
Look, we can't go back and
It's
look at this list.
11.
We're gonna we all have our grievances.
Look,
No. It's more so just fun to look at it and be like, how did that conversation really go?
yeah. By the end of this saga, whatever this one ends up being called, we can reorder this and see how fucked it gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have no beef with the list at all. I just remember I pushed really hard for Thor 2 to be at the bottom where it rightfully belongs, and I'm
You
good
just
with
can't let
everything
that
else.
go.
Well, no, I don't. I didn't
let
let
it
it go.
go.
It's at the bottom.
You're here. You brought it up twice now when we're talking about different movies. You can't. You just
We-
there's nothing else
we-
going on in that brain of yours.
We got a new comment from Chris from C Wells. You can always go back.
What's up, Gingerin? How you doing?
And to Ginger in. What's up, guys? If you like
Um,
us trying to pick where this movie should go on the ranking, let us know, and let us know where you would put it. So we have 2 spots for between Guardians and Shang-Chi. Do you?
Yeah, it's fair.
So where?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jaren. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. It's okay. Oh, like a Jin.
Yes.
Okay, but with a Jaren. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I'm fine with it. I actually think now that I'm thinking about it, I could see it going up above Guardians too.
Why do you want to hurt me?
Look, man, it's an ambitious movie.
Hey! The
Um,
first Guardians of the Galaxy movie is in the top 5. You can have.
I would rather switch Guardians 2 and Guardians 1, but Thomas wasn't having it that day.
Oh yeah,
Thomas is a
yeah.
dick.
I
Why don't
remember.
you-
I remember now because I was
Um,
like, why is Guardians 2 right there? I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
But
I do think Guardians of the Galaxy is probably the most perfect overall movie in these 25 movies at this point.
I'm gonna
Sure.
make a slight change. I think the Spider-Man movie would be better served in between Civil War and Doctor Strange because I'd rather watch it over.
Thank
Civil
you.
War.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'd rather watch it than Civil War. Like, Civil War would probably drop a few spots for me, in all
Yeah,
honesty.
for sure.
It's
We can
on the
take out
middle.
my
I
other
will
movie on
gladly
this
take
list.
it.
That's
It's on the
fine.
middle of the screen, homie.
I think Civil War was really high up because I think Thomas really had a hard on for it. Or something.
Thomas and Aaron both really like it.
Yes.
So,
Well, Aaron, would you rather watch Civil War or No Way Home?
Civil War.
I'd rather watch Guardians 2 than No Way Home.
Right.
That's obviously somewhere in that cluster.
Yeah. Below Shang-Chi now.
Below Shang-Chi, really.
Civil War had the best villains, but its plot is overall quite weak and forced. I mean, there are parts of this that are that way. Just saying the screenshot the list, not asking. You screenshot the. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my bad. No, I'm being dumb. Sorry.
You're good.
By the way, if you haven't yet, please give us a follow. It's appreciated. We do this every time new Marvel shit comes out.
2, 3, 4. I mean, between Doctor Strange and Civil War would place it
Yeah,
at
hey,
5.
there's the alert we like, and it's
Oh,
covered.
Vegeta.
Fuck.
Oh, Vegeta.
Um,
Thank you very much for the follow.
State your opinion in the chat, my good sirs.
Yeah, go. You can go for it right now. We can't reorder a lot of this list for a while.
This is
but
locked in until the end of this phase. So
When is that exactly, anyway?
they haven't said. We're still in
Yeah.
phase 4.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
so
while.
never.
An infinite future away from now.
All right, so
What the hell is Black Widow on this? Ooh, below Black
fucking
Panther. Man, this
Black
list is
Widow
whack.
went way down.
look, like once again we have because we're ordering them. Like even if a movie is good, a la Black Panther, it has to be lower than some other movies.
No, for sure. I get it. It's like when I rank Tarantino movies and I put Kill Bill like almost last. It's like I love Kill Bill. He just has a lot of shit.
Yeah, no, I legitimately love every movie like above Age of Ultron.
I love that fucking movie, dude. It's so bad. It needs someone to like it.
Like like I liked Black Widow even if I thought the way they handled Taskmaster was whack.
Yeah, that was not. That I agree. That was not.
All right. Where
All
would you
right.
put? All right. Well, where?
Yeah, Emily.
Da 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 da.
Go to hell. First off, go to hell.
Uh-huh.
I love you all, but you can go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably. Well, this is gonna be a hot take.
Do
I
it.
would also put it between Civil War.
Civil War and Guardians 2.
No, Civil War and Doctor Strange.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, that was what I said.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then Aaron, you had it.
For 5.
You had it below Civil War.
Yeah.
And
But if I'm outvoted, then it is what it is.
And I had it below Guardians. Well, I mean, it averages out lower, so I mean, technically, because I'm 2 spots down, it does average out to being, a tie now, in my opinion. Because, like, in my opinion, it's also like on this list. I would rather also watch Civil War probably. Civil War so Spider-Man No Way Home. Well, yes, a lot of fan service. The storyline was phenomenal, a lot better than Civil War. Green Goblin alone is the main villain, being one of the greatest acting villains we've seen. Right, but Civil War does have a lot of good shit to say, like about the state of the world and governments and like the emotion. Like that end fight is every bit as good as the Goblin shit in this movie. And I think
Does it have Toby?
no, but like, man, wasn't it dope to see the Avengers fight each other?
Oh no, it was awesome, dude. I like Civil War a lot.
That was pretty fucking sick. Like
Spider-Man and Captain America fighting.
Yeah, no, like that was great.
He killed my mom. That was a good line.
Yeah, like he killed my, or like, it's just like Tony was my friend, so was I. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that movie is really good.
Like, and like I think
Jordan,
as far as
I love your top 5. That's good. I like it.
First Avengers, No Way Home, Endgame, Shang-Chi, Winter Soldier. I'm not big on Winter Soldier, but I like the rest of those movies a lot.
I know. I was the lone soldier fighting.
No, I like Winter Soldier a lot as well.
Were you okay?
It's okay.
Yeah, I love Winter Soldier.
I feel like I'm the one person on this planet that likes Iron Man 3.
I like Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 rocks. I don't give a shit that the Mandarin's different. It's got Ben Funk and Kingsley.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was fantastic, and I think Shang-Chi really makes it all the better.
It made the payoff even better for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so are we looking at around Guardians then?
It looks like it's going to be somewhere around Guardians.
And
I'm apparently the only one that wants it below Guardians. Everyone else wants it above Civil War, except you, who wants it below Civil War.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. is the best. I agree.
Yes.
Iron Man in general is amazing.
Is there anyone in the chat who can break the tie, whether it's going to be between Civil War and Strange or
This is an
Guardians of the
oligarchy,
Infinity War?
sir. This is not a democracy.
I will take their opinions.
They are
I may not heed them.
yes, they
I
are
thought that
considered.
you did that in the past sometimes, so that's the only reason why I
Highest
asked.
possible.
We do it to get a weigh in, like their takes. Highest possible spot. So right now that would be with the tiebreaker below Civil War.
With the tiebreaker, but if you're taking like of the individual opinions, it would be above Civil War, below Doctor Strange. That would be the highest possible.
Yeah, that's highest possible. So
and that's because that Doctor Strange movie is just
so fucking
crazy.
good. It's
Yeah,
so
no, you're
fucking
right.
good.
As balls, and it's great.
I hope the new one's
Look-
as good as that one.
So we are split because Aaron wants it below Civil War. I want it below Guardians 2. They both want it above Civil War. So Aaron and I want it lower. They want it higher. We're trying to find a happy medium. Yeah.
It's either 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah, like I think that Guardians 2 has more emotional weight than both these movies, but I also understand why some
It's
people
true.
get on it. I'm Civil War, so you like Civil War more than No Way Home. I think actually No Way Home probably has the least emotional stakes here, just because of the reset button at the end. Like you don't have to deal like no one has to deal with the fucking consequences of this besides Peter.
That was kind of the bummer, is that I went into this movie thinking like, oh wow, this is gonna start the whole thing, and then it just kind of, it was big for the trajectory of Spider-Man, but like, oh, now I gotta wait for Doctor Strange to see what the full implications
Yeah,
are.
it's big for Peter versus like the Guardians are big for all of them, and then like the cosmic MCU, and then Civil War is like huge for the Avengers. Well, yeah,
Right.
Civil War is always gonna be above Guardians until we do Phase 4, and then we'll talk.
That part's staying the same. We're trying to pinpoint where No Way Home goes on this list. Everything else stays the same for right now.
Yeah, so it's we're just trying to find No Way Home's home.
I would argue that the emotional stakes at the end of Civil War are not high. I mentioned about it because Cap writes Tony that letter saying, "Hey, even though we fought, I got your life for back. I got your back for life, bro." So,
but half of the
take
Avengers
forward.
are in jail or broken up, or
Right,
not
like
in jail,
it's
or
a
on the
bad
run,
state.
or broken up. So we're filming. It should have been a lot bigger. It was so small compared to the original story.
That I agree.
Yeah, but doing that story that would have to be a TV show. I think that can work like now. Like if they were to say, okay, Civil War 2, we're doing a TV show.
My coworker actually brought up a good point. Is like, that movie would have been perfectly fine had they just not called it Civil War.
Yeah. Avengers local conflict.
Avengers drama.
Then we would end up with 20 Infinity War movies. Yeah, I'm okay with
The
that.
Uncharted movie would look better if it wasn't called Uncharted.
Yeah, if it was just called like random adventure film. Yeah.
Nathan Drake. Avengers Brief Misunderstanding.
The Avengers, you killed my mom.
That's a great line. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy, you broke my Walkman. Or no, you killed my mom and broke my Walkman.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh yeah, no. There's 2 killed my mom lines in these movies. Wow.
Yeah.
Avengers, I'm Hawkeye. I don't care.
He's good in his own show.
Yeah, I believe it.
Didn't he wasn't he like accused of like threatening to kill his wife and himself or something?
No, that's not him.
What?
No. Fun fact, he actually lives in this city part of the year. Hawkeye does.
Does he?
Yep.
Okay.
Jeremy Renner, he loves Tahoe in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know your pretty red-haired friend's opinion. Sorry if I'm offending you. I believe he's referring to you, M, because you're the only one with red hair.
Well, damn.
First off, thank you. I still think that it should be. I still hold my place between Civil War and
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, we need some sort.
I love this movie. I love No Way Home, but Doctor Strange. has that just a bit of an edge. Sorry.
It does seem to fit nicely right under Strange, especially when you consider like he's in this movie and it's kind of the banter with Peter.
Exactly.
It seems like a nice spot for it.
Yeah, I once again, I just think that like overall, I think the reset bothers me. The fucking Sandman shit not making any fucking sense at all.
I
Like,
did forget about the Sandman nonsense. I didn't even
like,
notice until you brought it up, and then I
yeah,
was like, "Damn, that's
I
actually."
didn't realize it until I was thinking about it for the review last week. When I was thinking, I was like, wait a fucking minute. This didn't make any fucking sense.
Even if it did make sense, like they brought him in before, like he got to go home in the third movie. It still ties in with my complaint where I'm like, there's so many unanswered questions with this, time thing.
The fact
Or
that
forgetting thing.
Sandman's motivations in this movie. So Iron Rose, you weren't here for the first half of the discussion. Sandman's fucking motivation in this movie makes no fucking sense at all. Okay, he meets up with Peter and is like, what the fuck's going on? And then he figures out what's going on. And his whole motivation is, I want to go home to my daughter. The fastest way to do that is Spider-Man has the button, and he wants to send them all home. So why the fuck wouldn't he work with Spider-Man?
Yeah, he did kind of randomly flip during the movie. I noticed that watching, and I was like, "Oh, what? You wanted to do the other thing." So
I'm telling you,
yeah,
he's the
that does
Knuckles
bother me a little bit.
Yeah, like, and then Lizard has like no reason to be here
No.
at
Lizard,
all.
Lizard's here because we had to.
Lizard's here because they wanted him to sit in the truck, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No Way Home
even,
has a
even for the big experiment, like the scene where they're putting everything together. Even then, like Lizard's still in the back of a truck.
right, but that goes back to my problem, Jaren, where it is like the fact that for Peter and for Spider-Man, there's huge stakes here. And going forward, it matters to Peter. But to the broader, like, world he is in, nothing has changed. There is no growth for anyone else. Nothing has changed that we know of. Doctor Strange might have been full of shit, like, for himself.
Right.
That does seem like something the Sorcerer Supreme, or sorry, the dude right below the Sorcerer Supreme would do.
About that part.
Yeah.
That conversation was really funny.
So good.
Oh yeah, Book of Boba Fett is tomorrow or tonight. Anyway.
Oh wow.
That was the 30th.
I think it's midnight tonight.
Oh, maybe. Oh, no, Cobra Kai is the 30th, I guess.
Yeah, no, Steph and I have a transition for Cobra Kai. It's we order an extra large pizza and watch it all in one sitting.
Oh.
So I haven't watched
yes,
any of it yet, but my buddy wants me to watch the new season with him, so I'm gonna try to just get through it.
It's awesome,
kinda
dude.
Short, right?
Binge.
Is it pretty
Just
short?
binge as much as you can.
Yeah, it like there's 2 seasons, right? 2 or 3?
Three.
3, yeah.
Are they hour episodes or half-hour episodes?
I think they're 45
I think
minutes.
they're.
That's better than an hour. I could probably binge it in a couple days.
Parker, you know what? Tell you what, we'll talk about it, because I have been wanting to give M a Tuesday show, so like we'll talk about it if M is up for coming in and reviewing Boba Fett on a weekly basis.
I mean, I'm always down to talk Star Wars without question.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so
30 minutes. That's how long the episodes are for Cobra Kai.
I have no issues playing support.
Oh, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, I can definitely.
Average of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I can totally.
Yeah. Anyway, so
pay attention when it's not longer than a half hour.
I understand that. All right, I understand that everybody else in the movies, but it's always been about Peter throughout his trilogy and the 3 team-ups he's been in. I don't know, because like those movies all still affected like the broader MCU in some way.
Right.
Like, at least minimum a little bit. Like I honestly thought at the end of Far From Home, like they were setting him up to be like the next leader of the Avengers. That's what it really felt like.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, now it looks like it's gonna be Doctor Strange, maybe.
I wouldn't mind that.
I don't think anybody would mind that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't like the thing is, I mean, 2002 Spider-Man started the Cape movies. Yeah, that and the X-Men.
That and X-Men.
Yes. So anyway, we need to figure out where to rank this. Does anyone want to adjust at all or add something? Note we do still have What If to get through.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just biased for Civil War because it's,
Oh, I
it's all
mean-
those characters coming together. It's a subject that I find very fascinating. It intrigues me more than most other storylines on this entire list.
Guardians, and then for me, Guardians 2 is my favorite Marvel movie. Like that movie hits me personally, and I think it is the most like emotionally weighty Marvel movie, as far as like, the different characters like Drax and his background, and then Peter dealing with his familial issues, and even like, Nebula and Gamora, like that scene with Yondu and Rocket, where it's like, "You're me," fucking perfect. I even loved Ego in that movie. He's probably my third favorite Marvel villain at this point. You
Oh,
know, like
yeah.
yeah, like that. And then like at the end where it's just like, he may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy. And then they have the funeral, and I literally I cry every time I watch it. Literally every time I've seen that movie, I have fucking cried at the end. So yeah, like that's why I have it below Guardians 2. It's real hard for me to like agree to a movie going above that. That movie is like my cutoff Marvel movie on this list.
Sure.
You know, like the reason that like you look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool? Hell yeah, he's
Hell
cool.
yeah, cool. Oh, Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't use my head to fly the arrow, boy. I use my heart. And they just has that fucking amazing fight. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
God damn it.
And
I'm
then-
gonna go watch Guardians 2.
same.
Uh,
I want to
it-
watch Shang-Chi again sometime.
it's on Plus. It's on Disney
Yeah.
Plus now.
I bought the 4K Blu-ray.
I'm
just haven't
picking up the
watched it
4K
yet.
Blu-ray tomorrow, actually. Or no, Friday.
Nice.
I loved it in the theater, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I've already
good.
watched it 2 more times on Disney Plus, so
I've watched it once on Plus when I was in the hospital. So.
Do we have nothing?
It should have been above Guardians too.
Wait, what should have been above Guardians 2?
I said Shang-Chi.
I will
Shang-Chi.
fight you, motherfucker, in the street. You ever been body slammed by 340 pounds? Oh.
Shang-Chi
I
is
mean, I
good, though.
technically have Shang-Chi as my number 1, so
I'm just tugging on
Right.
your heartstrings, all right?
Oh.
Yeah. Didn't you try to push for the number 1 spot on that?
I did try to push Shang-Chi for number 1
Yeah,
because
movie's
it's that
pretty fucking
fucking
good.
good. Okay,
It's really good. I
and
rewatching
that's why
it.
Spider-Man is my number 2. Okay,
Spider-Man on my
you and me are
personal.
kind of more on the same wavelength.
I haven't ranked Spider-Man on my personal list. It would be like back half of the top 10 probably. For my
at least
personal
it's in
list.
the top 10. I will forgive you
Yeah, like
for having it in your top 10.
yeah, like so yeah. Anyway, so we are gridlocked here. Fuck.
Oh man.
Someone in chat, help us.
Well, we've already had the chat discuss it.
What do the chats say?
That they think it should go above Civil War, I believe most of them.
Well, then isn't that an easy way to solve?
I think Jaron was saying he.
Best Spider-Man movies: 2, No Way Home, Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 1, and Homecoming. I actually like
Spider-Man is number 2 without a doubt.
I like Far From
No.
Home more than I like Homecoming.
Here's the thing: Far From Home is fun because you have Jake Gyllenhaal, not because Spider-Man is particularly all that great in it.
no, but he's
my
also not
opinion.
great in Homecoming. He's Iron Lad.
Yeah,
Is
pretty
my
much.
Yeah, but
problem.
Homecoming has Michael Keaton. That's what I'm saying. These movies are strong because of the villains. You got Michael Keaton, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
And Tommy Holland's just there looking like a 12-year-old.
like, well, I mean, yeah, and that shows on this fucking list our opinions of those
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
Um, you know, I remember when Thomas was here, his whole argument for Homecoming was, but he's from New York, and it
Oh yes, yes.
like
Yeah.
the whole like it actually looks and feels like New York, and I'm more like, bro, no one else here is from New York.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't
Um,
Thomas also the one who pushed really hard for Infinity War? Like,
that
so
was the both of
amazing.
us. We both did. I pushed super
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
for
that
movie.
was Bronson and Thomas, though.
Yeah.
That was a united front.
Well, I like Infinity War more than Endgame, probably, anyways.
If you were to ask which Spider-Man sucks, 3 or Amazing Spider-Man 2, I'd say Amazing Spider-Man 1. He doesn't have the power to manipulate. He's just a highly intelligent being, especially when on Goblin Serum. It makes it easy to manipulate people who have out in the open issues and wants. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. I'll say that.
Oh man.
I like it.
If we end up reviewing
I
all of
will say,
these, we'll let you
though-
know.
I will say, though, we almost got our Sinister Six movie with this one.
Almost.
Almost.
They could have brought
We
in
were just
Venom.
missing one. And we could have gotten Venom or even Kraven the Hunter.
The Fiendish
So our
Five.
story with.
Yeah.
They
I
gave
was
us
so angry.
well, especially because one of the villains didn't need to be there, and one of their motivations didn't make any fucking sense. So that's where I get fucking angry about it. Like, you're like you could have trimmed some of the fat and given more time to Electro and Melina. Yeah. But okay, or more time to Toby and Andrew. Like, I feel like they get just enough, but I wanted a little more.
I thought
Oh.
Toby and Andrew were on screen more than Tom. Which I was
No,
obviously thrilled
not
about. You don't
not
think
even
so?
close. Like,
No.
no, like,
Maybe I was just paying attention more then. I don't
like,
know.
oh, like during the end battle, yeah, but like the overall,
Yeah. The
yeah,
end battle, at least.
okay,
Yeah. That was
yeah,
sweet.
like they got, well, yeah, because I mean that's what people were really showing up for. Donnie's
Yeah.
best parts in Amazing Spider-Man 2 was his new suit, and yeah, I like that, and I actually did like his fight scene with Electro in that movie.
Dude, it's good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, like
Tony, the movie's not that bad, man.
it's pretty bad. It feels like an advertisement for future movies that would never come out because it bombed so horribly.
Just a little. Just a little.
Have you guys seen that Little Caesars meme? Where it's like Little Caesars tastes so good if you don't have a bitch screaming in your ear that it sucks. That's how I feel about Amazing
God.
Spider-Man 1 and
No.
2.
Good lord.
Little Caesars is all right until it gets cold. That's awful.
Yeah.
Like, but Amazing
Yeah, when it's
Spider-Man
like
1 just
hot,
run.
it does taste better when it's like hot and fresh.
Yeah, like at any time I've had that kind of pizza the next day, I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have ordered Domino's.
Well, especially they keep. Didn't they push it up to $6?
Yeah, which that's the
Mhm.
price of a Domino's medium.
Inflation.
Yeah.
So like now it's.
I understand, but also
But now I can get a better pizza for the same price.
right.
So fuck that.
I think
Obviously, like the big appeal of Little Caesars is you can show up at any time, no calls, just grab my stuff and go.
But if you call ahead to Domino's, like they'll have it ready by the time you get there.
Yeah, if you remember to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think I think Little Caesars counts on people like buying their crazy bread.
Yes.
I know,
Dude, they're crazy.
We
bread,
definitely have done that at this house before.
Pretty good. It's pretty
Steph
good.
and I have definitely done that.
It's like, yeah, the pizza's okay, but you get crazy bread and it's cheap, so why not?
Yeah. But I would rather just get some mediocre wings and good pizza at Domino's.
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, that's not a bad take.
And the real answer is if I can afford it, I'd rather just go to a real pizza place.
Well, yes, of course.
We got Boulevard and Pisano's here, so
You don't go to Little Caesars for taste.
You go there.
That's not what you're here for.
You go there because you plan to get blackout drunk tonight, or you need to feed a whole party.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah,
I mean,
sounds
if you're
like
drunk, it doesn't matter if it tastes great.
Yep.
So.
Let me tell
Oh,
you, Little Caesars fed many of those 100-person nerd parties we used to fucking host.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'd squat
Yeah,
up.
it sounds about right.
We'd literally hit up the whole party. Money for pizza, money for pizza, money for pizza. Everyone gives like $3. Come in, come back with like 25 pizzas.
And go nuts.
Yeah.
We are waiting a little bit to review Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is after Eternals hits Disney Plus,
Because some of
which
us have not watched Eternals yet.
so Eternals hits Plus on the 12th, so that means the 18th is our next set of reviews.
Yeah.
So, and then it'll be after Doctor Strange and whatever comes out in the first half of the year. So, like, I think it's just Doctor Strange and maybe one other TV show.
Right. Yep.
Half of us haven't seen Eternals. I was in the hospital when Eternals came out. As long as y'all base it on the audience score and figure out which is higher, Civil War. Well, that's kind of what we're at, Civil War and No Way Home, because unless opinion really turns here, this is not going below Guardians 2, much to my dismay. So
there's always the end of phase.
Yes, there's always that hope where we can undo all the damage.
Let time pass. We were familiar with No Way Home for a while, and then all of a sudden we can place it better.
Yeah, like, I will say, like, I would have kind of been willing to drop Shang-Chi another 2 spots in hindsight.
How do you feel about that one, Em?
Well,
Oh, she wants to stab me, I'm sure.
See these hands.
I mean, okay, let's get on some DBFC. Let's go.
I don't know how to talk ball. Okay.
It's on Game Pass.
I haven't touched my Xbox in months.
You've been busy working.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
Making that 22, bitch.
where do we? So all right. So we want it either above or below Civil War. We're still split. So
this is the channel, man.
This is the channel.
This is the channel.
This is the place for Marvel and maybe Star Wars opinions here soon.
Maybe.
Nerd
stuff.
We do a lot of nerd stuff and talk a lot about Marvel. So, it's like Marvel, Halo, Final Fantasy.
If you are if you are following this channel, you should also hit the Discord, because that's where we're at, and we can discuss all sorts of things.
Yes.
That's where, so we're all hanging out.
And you can request things of us.
Like, yes, also that.
What about DC one day, though?
Do you really want to watch that many bad movies?
I like the DC movies.
Forget about whether they're good or bad. It's just a lot of movies. I know
I like the DC movies.
Well, okay, so are we like talking about the DC universe, or are we talking about like all of DC? Because yes, I do like the Nolan trilogy and the Christopher Reeve Supermans and whatnot.
I like
the
all
Michael
of them,
Keaton
even the ones
Batman.
that people don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
I
I'm
especially
sure.
love the animated ones. I buy all of them. They come.
Yes,
for including animated.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're definitely not doing the animated ones. It would take an
a
eternity.
lot.
Oh,
Okay, I'm sorry. Like,
why?
we have look.
Batman.
Look, I want to give Emily a movie show eventually, so we can save it all for that.
We can talk about all of this. Like, we can make all of this work, but I don't think I can commit to another show. I'm having trouble with some of the aspects of this show.
How do you subscribe? If you scroll down on the Twitch page here, it says there should be gift a sub or subscribe there. So there you go. In fact, you know what? Since we're packed tonight, it's actually a fairly packed house for us. Let's I'm gonna do something nice for the community.
Sure.
This is going to a random person out in the chat. We love you. Enjoy.
All right.
All right, who's getting it?
Who's getting it?
Gifting.
Yes!
Aaron, can you please gift them that, since you
Sure.
just gotta get.
Hey, thank you for the sub. Thank you. That's fantastic.
I love my own channel.
Oh, that's great.
Oh God! When one of our mods gets the free sub, isn't that lovely?
I was
Granted.
gonna concede because I thought Aaron was looking a little sad, but now he's like smiling and laughing, and I don't know if I will.
I mean, at this point, we gotta really give it to the audience because now it's a real hard split.
Yeah, it's like it's 100% split at this point.
All right,
so.
chat. It's
Hold on. We'll
above
we'll
or
do a
below
poll.
Civil War.
We'll do a poll. Hold on.
Let's
We can
do
do
a poll.
polls.
We can do polls.
We can
Do
do
a
man.
poll?
We
Dude, I
can.
didn't know that. Freaking technology these days.
Right.
What
Right.
ranking would be higher? 1, 2, 3 for number 5. So it'd be number 5.
Yeah, it's between 5 and 6. If I understand
Ooh.
correctly.
Yes.
All the way home. Civil War.
Okay. God damn it.
And we're
Let's
giving
keep
y'all
going.
5 minutes to decide. Start poll.
Should we talk about what if during those 5 minutes?
I mean, let's see, above Infinity War.
God damn it.
Yeah, Parker coming in with a hot take.
Iron Rose, you're welcome for the sub, man. That's Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron is Iover. That's his
Yes.
mod account.
Yep.
Oh, lordy.
All right, we got one vote in.
Enjoy the emotes.
Yes, enjoy those emotes.
We're
They're fantastic emotes.
if we get to, I believe it's 25 or 30 subs on a month, we can have our artist make more. So
Oh yeah.
if you have an incentive, so yes.
None of us have voted on this poll, right?
No,
Nope.
Okay.
no voting from us.
I didn't
No
vote.
voting from the panel. All right.
Okay.
Us.
Time is moving.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we said everything that we could say about this movie
Yeah,
and the movies around it. So,
so
I might try to go see it again this coming week or in the next week, 7 days or so. That's the only other thing I really have to say.
also see Wells. I think you might mean follow, because sub is where you like pay to get emotes and stuff. If you
yeah,
just
you
want to
actually give
follow us,
money.
you just
Yeah.
press the follow button. If you want to give us $5, we'd be more than happy to take it.
I agree. Yeah. If you're talking about Discord, we did put a link in the chat a little bit ago, but we also have a Discord button right below
Yes.
our stream here, along with our social medias.
Hey, Mr. Salty. We don't see that one too often.
Well, it's been a little while since we've done our fighting game stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was reserved for when I was doing fighting games and getting big mad. But it works here too. So we're mad in general. I remember I fucking posted a bunch of those when you were playing Final Fantasy and you died when you thought you killed the boss. That's still like a top 5 clip on our Facebook.
God.
By the way, we are on. It's above the. It should be above the stream chat.
Yeah, look at the chat, and at the top there should be a drop-down menu.
Yep, and you click it and you vote. So yeah. So we're giving the poll some time.
We're a little past halfway through, so
Yep.
speak now, because the people on this stream are at a dead tie.
Yes, this is the first time this has ever happened.
Yeah, we have not really utilized the polls very much.
The first time we haven't really ever tied.
I mean, because usually we just concede, but for whatever reason we've just decided. I think it's because we've had a break for a while.
And I also think that like these are probably 3 favorites for the panel.
I mean, I think for me, Civil War is the highest movie that I consider my fight.
For me, it's like the 2 Guardians movies.
Right.
Yeah. So.
All right, we're at 3 votes.
Yep.
for No Way Home over Civil War.
That's probably it's probably
So
going to No Way Home.
let's let the time run out, but it's looking.
No. So let's see. Are they gonna be a stunner? Is it gonna pull an upset? No.
Iron Rose with the Joker emote.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your Super Gamecraft oligarchy is a hung panel. So we actually had to turn to democracy this time.
And as the ever wise Kent Brockman once said, "I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Democracy simply doesn't work."
Winston
True words were
Churchill.
never spoken.
What's that?
Winston Churchill.
Yeah, Winston Churchill.
The biggest argument against democracy is the public.
All right, we're at 4-0. We're still a little bit of time left. I think this is it.
This is pretty much it. The fat lady is singing. So
4-0. Wow.
Yeah, I did not. I thought it would be a little more.
I thought it would be like
split
a
that, but
4-2.
Yeah.
All right.
But all right. Well, Bronson, there's always the end of the phase.
Yep. We will come back to this, the end of the phase, in like a year and a half.
2037.
At the end of the phase, there's gonna be another audience poll, and it's gonna get bumped to top spot.
To be honest, I think if we actually left it to a poll, like things would go bad.
A little. Just a little.
No
All right.
Way Home at number 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Yes.
Our first top 5 since setting everything in. I do want you to know for future movies, if Guardians 2 goes below number 10, I'm going to fly to Seattle and cut you.
Oh yeah,
Would
because
you
we're all
really
up
do
here.
that to me, Paige?
We're
Would
all
you?
up here.
I would. I'm not above stabbing a lady.
Especially me? How rude.
He's
off,
totally
you
bluffing.
asshole.
He's totally bluffing.
I
He's
mean,
enough dead or alive.
No one Bronson. No one Bronson.
all right, so next up, we also do the TV shows, and 2 TV shows have finished in this time. The one just finished last week. We're giving it a little more time to people to watch. Hey, What If? That happened. That happened a while ago, but we were in the hospital and we had other stuff going on.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
So, what did everyone think? I thought that this was the most wildly inconsistent show on an episode basis I've watched in this entire list.
I mean, due to the nature of the show, I don't know. I think that made sense.
No, I mean like level of quality. I don't mean just
Right,
like
no, yeah.
yeah, like woof, rough.
I think it was going to be susceptible to that, unfortunately.
It was cool. It kind of had a lot of ups and downs. The Doctor Strange episode was probably like the strongest one.
Yes, that episode was like I came out of that episode being like that was fucking incredible.
That was incredible.
Like
holy shit.
Yeah, like the ending of that was so damn powerful. Like it was so unbelievably powerful. And that's part of the reason why I loved it so damn much. I have the episode list here. I watched the first episode of this, the Captain America episode. I was bored to tears.
It was fine.
It was it was like
it was pretty good.
The What If T'Challa became Star-Lord was awesome.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was an amusing premise.
There were some good episodes and some really bad ones, Party Thor, but the End Battle and Doctor Strange episodes were amazing. What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes was alright. Doctor Strange was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What If Zombies was like funny. It was a fun thing, like not too serious. What If Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? Like just eye roll.
Yeah, stuff.
I actually kind of liked the Thor party episode. I kind of dug it. I'm not gonna lie.
So full disclosure, I just did not have the interest for What If, so I watched the first 2 episodes, and then went to the last 2 episodes. Watching that end bit, the ones I'm most curious about are the Killmonger episode, because I don't really see like, okay, that's Killmonger. I need to figure out what happened in that episode. And then Party Thrower was just this weird. He's calling out "Viva Las Vegas." I'm like, what? What did
you missed some shit.
I missed some shit
Yeah,
apparently.
you really did.
I actually those end two episodes, like I like the idea of what if Ultron won, but I kind of hated that they linked all these together.
Really?
I liked them just being these one-off vignettes, and it also kind of kicks the end of that Doctor Strange episode square in the balls.
Yeah,
Oh.
it should have been an anthology, like independent.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's not.
So here's my question: do they tie the events of What If to the MCU's events somehow?
Well,
I hope not.
looking on the MCU page on Disney Plus, it's listed as one of them.
Sure.
So that assumes that it could. So maybe.
Like I feel like, because my opinion of this show is not very high, but I'm wondering if, like, as time goes on and we find out how it actually does play into the MCU and we look back on it with that lens, that might jump it up.
Maybe, but like I have to go off like what I have right now, and then
Exactly. No, yeah, absolutely. That's just what's going on in my head.
And like what I have like right now is like episodes 2, 4, 7, and 8 were all really good. 9 was okay. 5 and 3 were neat ideas that weren't necessarily executed great. And then 6 and 1 were kind of bad. You know, like, so it was like this. So, like, and I was watching it week to week. I didn't wait for it to be out.
Right.
It's the multiverse, so it's canonically non-canon.
I mean, yeah, but
so like watching this week to week, and like people ask me like, should I watch this? I was like, after the first episode, I was like, no. Then after the second episode, I was like, yes. Then third episode, I was like, maybe. Then the fourth episode, absolutely, if only that episode. The fifth one, like just it's this fucking herky jerky experience that like varies in animation quality sometimes too, and just like these are all really neat ideas, but they're not all executed great. Like it kind of reminded me of watching that Star Wars anime. What was it called?
Visions? No.
Yes, it was Visions.
Oh, okay.
Like it kind of reminded me of watching Visions, but like them finding a way to link all the stories together at the end.
That's so you watch them all. You want to get those views.
Yeah, and then like Halo Legends, for example, just fucking different tones and styles and varying levels of quality, and I feel like I'm having a stroke. Like,
yeah. I know. I enjoyed the end for what it is, but like again, it comes back to the fact that like with what we have now, the events of this show don't play into what's happened with the rest of the movies, and given that, like when I have to look at them for what they are on their own, I'm just like, okay, this was fun.
So, and then I think that end fight is a lot of fun. The Viva Las Vegas, the raining hammers, the raining zombies, like,
yep,
that was a fun thing. But like,
Zombie Wanda.
Yeah, Zombie Wanda was great. You games play? Yes, we do. We play plenty of video games on this channel. We're doing It Takes Two on Thursday.
Yep.
So if you want to watch, especially if you want to watch Final Fantasy, Halo, or fighting games, and future Marvel games, then sure. We might go back to the Avengers at some point.
Maybe at some point.
Once it's not fucked still. Right. Oh shit!
I mean, technically it's not.
We got another. Thank you, Marcus. Devil May Cry. Oh, we got a Devil May Cry fan. I'm a huge.
Hell yeah!
I'm a huge DMC fan. Thank you for the follow.
Great.
This party's getting crazy. We play on everything.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. We're primarily on PC and Xbox, but we do own PS4, and Derek and I own PS5s. And I think Em has a PS5 in her house. Like your roommate has one?
No,
No, that was someone
no,
else.
my roommate has a PS4.
Okay.
Okay.
But yes, we do have PlayStation. So I have a theory about the ending on Doctor Strange 2. Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
I want to hear this.
Is it maybe it might maybe that Doctor Strange in Multiverse's Madness is the one from this.
Well, that's what got me thinking about it, was seeing that
Yeah.
trailer. It's like, if that does tie into it, then there
What
might
if
be
is
more.
canonical?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I really don't.
we
They
have
might not, yeah.
we have Avengers
I don't
on
know.
PC, unfortunately.
If they can figure out cross save.
If they figure out cross
crossplay.
save, that actually might be a big community night game because it's on Game Pass too.
Yeah.
So
If they can figure that out, like, absolutely.
Yeah, because
I think the core of the Avengers game is great.
Yeah, like I have a max level Iron Man. So
I have a max level Captain America, and then yeah, if we were to play on PlayStation, then we'd have Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. We are the. Why is Ragnarok with Iron Man 3?
Jarin, that's weeks of this show. We'd have to go back. So much happened. So many fights were had.
Also, another problem I have with What If is the fact that the voice acting talent. These are all very talented actors.
Yes.
Not all of them are necessarily talented voice actors. The Guardians of the Multiverse, because that's what the Watcher wanted to name them.
Right.
Yep.
But I mean, they did the best with what they could. Like, yeah, some were better than others.
I thought Thanos was funny in episode 2.
Yeah.
That was great. I thought that whole Guardians episode was really funny.
Yeah. I had a good time with that Guardians episode.
Yeah. So,
but
I think this is obviously last.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
like WandaVision and the other three are at least like consistent quality and tone and like are well put together and made and like affect the movies in a big way, or hopefully are. So yeah.
Yeah, What If is definitely 4, I think.
Yeah. So okay.
That's the thing, is I wonder what happened. I wonder if at the end of Phase 4, like, depending on how they handle multiverse stuff, if that may change how we view it. But like right now, you know, Emily, what do you think?
I'm a little biased.
Okay.
On What If. I actually have this above WandaVision, but that's also because of my bias, so I will concede and have it at 4.
Look, I also have a raging hard on for that Doctor Strange episode. Do not get me wrong.
I mean, no, I know, and I actually met one of those voice actors who worked on What If. Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
So that's why I'm holding a little bias.
Okay.
I see.
So,
that voices Ultron in What If. So.
Okay, so if they open up crossplay, absolutely, we'll get on it and play with you. Just let us know in the Discord. If that happens, just get on the Discord. Let us know.
Because yeah, we've been waiting for that. We've been wanting some crossplay, and it just
hasn't shown up yet.
Like,
nope.
Crossplay finally came to Destiny, and I'm like, come on, everybody, let's go. So. Yeah.
Well, it's about damn time that
fucking right.
Destiny.
So yeah, but everyone's been busy with Final Fantasy, which I think that's gonna last about another month. I messaged a bunch of people about Destiny, and most of them were like, once I'm caught up in Final Fantasy in like a month, I'll hop right on. So that's the response I got. Which all right, so I'm going to do just the top 10 because I don't want to read all those titles.
Yes. Yeah, top 10.
Of course.
So number 10, Captain America, the First Avenger. Number 9, Avengers. Number 8, Shang-Chi. Number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 6, Captain America, Civil War. Number 5, Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 4, Doctor Strange. Number 3, Avengers Endgame. Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy. And number 1, Avengers Infinity War. And
all right.
TV shows, we have What If? WandaVision, The Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then Loki.
Woo!
All right, so we got May Cry has something in the chat. Since big rumors Patrick as Xavier will be in Doctor Strange too, what if the ending is Doctor Strange, a reverse House of M? She's going to wish mutants because she is inspired by a Fox X-Man. Missing some on that TV list. No, it's MCU, good sir. It's not the Netflix.
We're not including the Daredevil or the Punisher.
If they retroactively make that canon and that's not just the same actor.
I mean, I guess they're trying to do Daredevil, right?
Well, the thing is that they just pulled the same actor. They're not necessarily doing it.
Then Daredevil would be #1 forever, no question.
I mean, yeah.
I've been meaning to watch Punisher for a while.
I still like Loki more, but it's mainly because I don't like Daredevil as a hero that much.
Oh.
They were not canon. For the love of God, they ended that shit.
Past tense on that were canon. I'm sorry, Parker.
Were canon. When Disney started Disney Plus, they were like, oh no, that shit, no.
And when Disney bought out Marvel and fully created the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Netflix shows non-canonical.
Yeah, no, Disney bought them right after after Thor. They dropped the ball with Star Wars, so their canon is fault. No, Parker, I'm sorry. That's not how it works.
I mean, when everyone decides and then Disney concedes on that point, then sure.
Yeah, but Disney has not conceded yet, so
they should take a multiverse route and just be like, technically all fan fiction is canon.
Yeah, look, if they want to come in, if I get an official announcement from Disney being like, oh yeah, the Netflix shows are totally canon, then I will concede this and we will fucking go back and review Punisher and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Daredevil.
Sure.
Okay.
And Iron Fist and Defenders, which were probably
those two as well.
Spectrum.
I've already watched through Jessica Jones.
I love season 1 though.
I've watched like 3 episodes of Daredevil because I don't like the hero. I don't really care for him. Why does a corporation need to sign on? Because like Kevin Feige is the producer of all of these, and he is the dictator of canon currently. Why did they do? Well, they did Iron Fist dirty with his show. Netflix
They did do Iron Fist dirty, and I totally agree with that.
Parker, go make your own Ranking the MCU with blackjack and hookers. If you want to rank the Netflix movies. We're not ranking the fucking Netflix shit, okay? And some of that stuff is really good.
I put season 1 of Jessica Jones.
I love Jessica Jones. I thought that was a great show. So
we'll bias on that show too.
Yeah, so I don't acknowledge Disney as the decider of okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We have to play by some level of rule here. Otherwise, fucking we're ranking first off, it's called Ranking the MCU. Second, so that's the first thing, the name of the show. And then second off, that means those fucking original X-Men movies are canon and Fantastic Four, and then we're getting into some real fucking first.
And the Ang Lee Hulk. Okay.
And let's see. And ever since they announced Shang-Chi, I feel like Kevin Feige wanted to do his better version of Iron Fist. They totally did. They absolutely did, and they. Yeah. I can't wait till eventually they bring Iron Fist in. Let's call it what it is. The MCU brought to you by Disney. Yes.
I mean, yeah.
That's yes.
Look, Disney sucks, but like.
But yeah, that's
what it is.
Yes, they own Marvel. They are currently deciding the canon, just like Star Wars. They fucking split the canon off into 2 lines: Legends, and then the current whatever it is. So, yes. What you want is called fan fiction, and that's fine. It is okay to enjoy fan fiction and non-canon properties.
We'd be better off if we, like, just as a collective, just cared more about fan fiction than what the corporations made. That's just not what we do.
This is their interpretation of my God.
All right.
Well,
okay. We did.
Okay. Yes. We can argue.
A nice
Yeah.
round 2-hour show.
All right,
Yes.
so we got a couple of things to promote. Hey, Thursday, we are playing It Takes Two and being tortured by an evil book.
Really evil book. Oh my god.
He is the devil and wants us stung by wasps.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus.
What if I made you die over and over again?
will you
Without you
cooperate
learning
now?
Fuck, man, what?
It's a fucking horror game
Like 10 seconds.
disguised as a game about divorce.
The moment the squirrels like with knives and guns arrived was like, I don't know what's happening in this game anymore. We're just gonna go.
So yeah, that's Thursday. Friday, if I got time, I'm going to be putting some time into Final Fantasy 14. I finally got out of the nightmare that is Heaven's Ward, and I'm going to start Stormblood. Okay,
All right.
but Stan Lee is dead now. So, and they've repeatedly said the Netflix stuff is not canon. So, there you go. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. On Friday around 8 p.m. ish, I know it's supposed to be fighting games, but because everything schedule's weird right now, I'm going to be doing Final Fantasy. I'm starting Stormblood, and I'm going to be comparing it to other MMOs I've been playing. Saturday, if I do stream, it'll probably be Destiny 2 or Halo. I'm trying to get a posse together. Yeah, absolutely, Jaren. I'm getting to when the next one is. And then Sunday at 10:30 a.m. it's our podcast where we talk about everything video games and movies and nerd culture, comics, everything in between. 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time Sunday. We'll be posting about it in the Discord, and you can even ask us questions there. And then I know since you're all Marvel fans, you want to know when the next Worst to First is, which that will be 8 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday the 18th. So it'll give you time, everyone to get through Hawkeye, and it'll also give everyone time to watch Eternals on Disney Plus, because I'm not.
Yep.
Yeah. At this point, you can't really go to a theater for it. So yes,
Right.
absolutely, come in the chat, join us, have a good time with us. And we love you guys. We'll see you Thursday, Friday, and Sunday this upcoming week. And yeah, thank you. Love you. That's the
See you
ranking.
guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Those Netflix things will never be canon. Goodbye.